Hello, everyone. My name is Miley Young with the Asian Media Network. Welcome to another great episode where we get to meet candidates from the 2023 Miss Vietnam Arizona pageant. Now, our pageant has a long history, which dates back to 1998, where we celebrate the beauty of the Vietnamese traditional outfit called an áo dài. We also celebrate the beauty and the talent of young Vietnamese American ladies from all around Arizona. The Vietnamese community of Arizona and TNT Radio are proud to host this biennial cultural event. This year, we have 12 beautiful, talented young ladies vying for the title. And each episode, we will spend time getting to know two candidates. Today in our studio, we have two candidates from the 2023 Miss Vietnam Arizona pageant. Number 2, Hallie Schweitzer, and number 3, Bee Lum.
Hi everyone, my name is Hallie Schweitzer, and I'm candidate number 2. I'm so excited to be here today and be part of this entire experience because I was adopted from Vietnam at 6 weeks old. Growing up, I wasn't part of the Vietnamese culture very much, but over the past few years, I have gone on a journey of exploring my heritage, and I'm so excited to see where it takes me next.
Hello everyone, my name is Bee Lum. I am 19 years old and currently representing Chandler, Arizona in this Miss Vietnam Arizona 2023 pageantry. I am a Mesa Community College student pursuing a fashion merchandising degree and hoping to pursue my dream of becoming a product developer.
So Hallie, I think it is so fascinating that you were adopted. What age were you adopted at?
I was adopted at 6 weeks old.
And you were adopted to an American family. What kind of challenges have you faced being Vietnamese born but raised by an American family?
Growing up, I lived in a very small town where there wasn't a lot of diversity. So I always felt like an outsider. I didn't have very many Asian friends, and it was very difficult for me to find my identity between being American and being Asian. I also felt like I wasn't quite Asian enough to be part of the Asian community and not quite American. So I've had this identity struggle, but I have, over the past years, been learning to rectify it and build a bridge and find a balance between both.
I really like that because I think a lot of young Vietnamese American females all around Arizona and probably around the country also can relate to some aspect of having that inner struggle between not knowing if you're really Asian enough or American enough. And I think that's really beautiful that you've gone through the struggle. What advice do you have for someone who might be in a similar situation like yours?
My greatest advice would be to embrace yourself. I'm both American, I am both Vietnamese. It's neither of which is something to be ashamed of, and I'm proud of both of my heritages.
I like that. That's a great message. Now, I know recently you said that you've been in contact with your birth family and you might be going to Vietnam soon. Can you tell me more about that whole process?
Yeah, so about 2 years ago, my sister actually reached out to the adoption agency because she had come across my adoption papers. And they reached out to my family, and I was able to email back and forth. And now I have been talking to my sister every day for the past 2 years. And I'm learning Vietnamese, and she actually made my áo dài for the pageant.
That is so awesome, Hallie. V, you mentioned that you are studying for a degree in product development. I actually don't know what that is. Can you tell us more about what that is and why you chose that?
Absolutely. So product development is a series of steps of designing, choosing a textile, to marketing the product at the end. And the reason why I chose this is because I'm able to control what is being created and how it's being marketed. As I am a product developer, I am able to spread awareness about inclusivity in body types and include all of the body types to help people feel like they're comfortable in their own skin and their own body.
So one of the things you mentioned at the beginning is that one of your platforms or one of the causes you believe in is body positivity, exactly what you were just talking about a couple seconds ago. Why is that such a big issue? I personally think it is in today's society, but why do you think it's such a big issue? Why is it important to you?
The reason why body positivity is very important to me is that because I have been through a variety of criticism criticizing my body type and my body issues. And due to that, I would like to spread awareness about it and help people with their issues that are similar to mine.
Hallie and V, you both work. Hallie, you are a director at Chick-fil-A. You've been there for 6 years. And Vilam, you work at a boba shop. Now, outside of your busy work schedule, what do you do for fun? V?
So outside my busy schedule, I did just adopt a dog. It's February of 2022, and he has been the reason of my hobbies. I've been feeding him, playing with him, taking to the park. I actually personally groom him every single month, and that's what I do on my free time.
That's a big responsibility. Hallie, what about you? What do you do for fun?
Growing up, I danced for 18 years, and now I get to be part of a K-pop group, and I perform at events in Arizona and California, as well as I freelance model, and it just gives me a creative outlet that's different than my regular busy schedule.
I think that's so fascinating. Now, you said that you grew up dancing. Were you a ballerina?
I did grow up doing ballet for 18 years, and as well as jazz and lyrical and contemporary.
I love that. I love that. So I think that's a hidden talent of yours. Vilam, do you have any hidden talents?
I would say my hidden talent would be playing the piano and singing. I actually have heard that a lot of people enjoy my voice since I do have a lower pitch at some point and I can go falsetto. So
Ooh.
that's one of my hidden talents.
What's your favorite song to sing?
I love singing blues songs like Michael Bublé songs.
Ooh.
Sway is one of my favorite songs to sing because he uses a lot of pitches and he uses crescendo notes and descendo notes.
So, Hallie, for the pageant, there is an optional talent portion, and you'll be participating in it. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be dancing a contemporary piece to a new Selena Gomez song, actually, called My Mind and Me, and it's about mental health awareness, which is a topic that I have been very passionate about the past couple of years.
I love that. That's awesome. Vilam, for the pageant, would you ever consider doing a talent portion?
I would consider doing a talent portion because I believe that portrays my personality and my character, and I would do either singing to the audience and either that or playing the piano.
Oh, yeah, playing the piano. That's a great idea, too. So, since we're talking about the pageant, how did you hear about the pageant? And why are you doing the pageant? V?
So I heard about the pageant through a small club at ASU called VSA. And the reason why I chose to join the pageantry is because I wanted to build up my confidence that I've been lacking and meet new people and also learn about public speaking.
Hallie, how did you hear about the pageant and why did you join the pageant?
I was actually doing a photo shoot with Alvin Moyer. He was doing my makeup, and he asked me about my past, my background, and I was telling him my story, and he told me I'd be a great candidate for this pageant. Pageants were really something I had ever thought about doing, but I didn't want to go on with my life and think, what if I had tried this?
So, what do you think about the pageant so far, Hallie?
I think that it's very different than I thought it was going to be. I've made so many new friends, and I learned how to act on stage, which is very different than how I would in front of a camera or with a personal interview.
Vilam, what about you?
I am enjoying the pageant. I meet a lot of new people. We have a bunch of amazing coaches that help us throughout the pageant. And also, there's a lot of stereotypes against pageantry, and that is very negative. So due to that, I always thought that this pageantry was going to be that way until I actually joined and I thought otherwise.
Oh, I love that. So, what's the hardest challenge you've faced during this pageant journey? V?
The hardest thing I faced would probably be public speaking. I do have a stuttering problem and I get nervous all the time when speaking to other people to the point where in person, I would actually think about what I'm going to say before I talk to other people. So that would be my hardest part about this pageant.
Oh, well, then I will be the first to tell you, you do not need to worry. You're doing fabulous. And I haven't heard you stutter at all during this interview. So I'm so excited that you're part of the pageant. Hallie, what's the hardest or most challenging part of the pageant so far?
The most difficult part for me is speaking and learning Vietnamese. I've already had trouble with learning different languages, and Vietnamese is a very difficult language to learn. So that's been very hard for me, and I've been kind of self-conscious about, but I think I'm getting a little bit better.
I would love to be the first to tell you that I admire how brave you are and how hard you've worked for that. One of my favorite things about this pageant is being able to help you with your Vietnamese. I'm not the greatest at Vietnamese, but I've enjoyed helping you with yours. So we both can say that we know Vietnamese a little bit. Vilam, how much Vietnamese do you know?
I would say enough to talk to people. I was born in Vietnam, but I came here when I was almost 2 years old, and I have to know Vietnamese because of my parents. I would translate government paperwork and such as that. So Vietnamese, I would put myself on level of street.
Okay. Street conversational?
Street conversation, yes.
Okay. Hallie, do you want to practice a little Vietnamese right now with us?
I mean, I can always try if you.
Okay. So we've been practicing how to greet the audience.
Mhm.
So how I say or greet the audience is Miley xin kính chào quý vị. I think we've been practicing that. Do you want to practice it?
Yeah, of course. So Hallie Schweitzer, xin kính chào quý vị.
I thought that was amazing. Vilam, you want to say it too?
Lâm Tường Vi xin kính chào quý vị khán giả.
Look at that confidence. I love it. So now we just have you and I need to be as loud as Vilam and be as confident as her. I love it. I love it. So for the pageant, if you were crowned Miss Vietnam Arizona 2023, what does that mean to you? And what would you do with it? Hallie?
It would mean to me that I was taking a step forward in learning about my Vietnamese community as well as being part of it more. And I would be able to continue my education, and it would give me a platform for other Vietnamese girls and young adults who may be feeling the same as I did growing up.
V?
So having this position, it would be a lot of responsibility that I would have to take. And I would like to spread awareness about our heritage, the Vietnamese community here. From previous experience and present experience, I've seen a lot of Vietnamese American kids who lack the knowledge about our culture, which I found very disappointing and very sad. So due to that, I would like to spread and help them learn and be educated about our culture.
Right on. So during the process, there is a possibility and an opportunity for our viewers to vote for the Queen. Why should our viewers vote for you? I'll start with V.
There are a bunch of great candidates here. I would be an amazing queen because I am dedicated, I am passionate, and I would want to further contribute to the Vietnamese community here in Arizona.
Hallie?
Although several of my other candidates are very connected with their Vietnamese heritage, and I'm just at the start of my journey, I want everyone to come along and have all these new experiences with me. And I believe that I could be an inspiration to other young Asian Americans to do the same.
I love that. And now we will take a quick break to recognize some of our sponsors. Without their generous support for their resources and their financial contributions, we would not have a wonderful, successful event. We'll see you back here in a few minutes. Again, thank you to our sponsors. I want to invite everyone to our event on Sunday, January 15th. We will not only be celebrating the 2023 Miss Vietnam Arizona pageant, but we will also be celebrating the Lunar New Year. And it is a great, beautiful, big event where we bring the community together and unite and share our Vietnamese culture. And there's going to be celebrity performers, there's going to be activities and games for the family. And so I hope to see you there. Now, ladies, why should our viewers buy a ticket to the event? Hallie?
I think everyone should come to the event to see how hard we've all been working. We have a great show to put on for everyone, and we have been preparing for months, and it's going to be an amazing time.
V?
Just like G. Miley said earlier, there's going to be a bunch of performers, and before the pageant, there's actually going to be a festival, a free festival that you can enjoy yourself. There's going to be a bunch of food, and some of our candidates are going to be performing in a talent portion. So due to that, I hope you guys will come and enjoy our pageant show.
Again, thank you so much to our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to put on this wonderful big event where we bring the community together to celebrate the Lunar New Year, to celebrate our young Vietnamese American ladies vying for the title of 2023 Miss Vietnam Arizona. And we wouldn't be able to celebrate with good food, good friends. We have celebrity performers, we have activities and fun games for the family. And so I hope to see you. I invite you to our event Sunday, January 15th, 2023 at Washington High School. Ladies, why should our viewers buy a ticket to the event? Hallie?
It's going to be a great event because our candidates have been working for several months on the show, and it's just going to be an amazing experience.
V?
So just like G. Miley said, there's going to be a bunch of activities for you guys to enjoy. Before the pageant, there's actually a festival to celebrate our Lunar New Year. And throughout the pageant, there's actually going to be a talent portion where you're able to see some of our candidates portray their characteristics and personalities.
I love that. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me in the studio today. I have really, really enjoyed our chat.
Thank you for having us.
And I wish you all the best luck and all the success in the pageant. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you at the Miss Vietnam Arizona pageant and our Lunar New Year Festival, Sunday, January 15th, 2023 at Washington High School. I'm curious to see who the queen is. I hope you are too. See you there.